Today, the House Judiciary Committee announced articles of impeachment against President Trump. They decided on two articles: that President Trump abused the power of the presidency by trying to pressure Ukraine to open an investigation into Joe Biden, and that he obstructed Congress by blocking requested documents and telling his staff to deny congressional subpoenas. So, a lot to sort out. No matter where you stand on the issue, it is a historic day. It's the fourth time that the House has brought formal articles of impeachment against a sitting president. Bill Clinton, Andrew Johnson, President Nixon, and then, of course, Trump. So what does this all mean? 11 Alive political analyst Dr. Andra Gillespie joins us. This has been absolutely partisan from the beginning. Some who are certain it's a hoax, others who are certain that this is evidence against wrongdoing of the president. A few more votes needed in the House, then it moves to the Senate, right?
Yes, so I think it's important to note that President Trump has not formally been impeached just yet. So what's going to happen now is that articles of impeachment have been drawn. They have to be decided on in the Judiciary Committee. Then the full House of Representatives has to vote on it. If that resolution passes, then President Trump would become the third president in history to then have to face a Senate trial, because President Nixon quit before there was a full vote in the House of Representatives.
Yeah, he resigned before that happened. The timing here is fascinating because Senator Johnny Isakson will step down at the end of the year. The timeline would likely put Georgia's newest senator, Kelly Loeffler, in position to vote on this as one of the first things she does as a senator representing Georgia for the United States.
Absolutely. And so, probably one of the things that Governor Kemp and President Trump were thinking of when he was thinking of sort of who his preferred pick would be for the Senate seat was who might vote for him in a Senate trial. That might explain in part President Trump's preference for somebody like a Congressman Doug Collins, who's been very prominent in the House Judiciary hearings. But I suspect, given Senator-designate Loeffler's comments last week, that she's probably for now a reliable vote for President Trump. But we have to see how the entire trial emerges and where Republicans actually fall.
And obviously Republicans control the Senate.
Right. And so, one of the things that people are looking at here is that while most people would predict that an impeachment resolution would in fact pass the House of Representatives, and so President Trump would be formally impeached, we still have the 67 vote problem in the Senate. And so what that means is that given the fact that Republicans control the Senate and that there doesn't look like there's any bipartisanship in this, it's really hard to see a path forward for President Trump to be removed from office unless something really dramatic changes or there is some, really important new revelation that comes out in the next few weeks that we don't know anything about.
Maybe more than anything, it's about the campaign leading into 2020.
Well, I think that's part of it, but then there's also going to be the campaign for hearts and minds, and there are a lot of people who are kind of really hard and fast in their beliefs, who don't look like they're going to change their minds, and then I think it's a question of how this actually affects the 2020 campaign. So President Trump will no doubt use this, regardless of what happens, as a campaign cudgel, and then it's a question of how it actually affects Democratic candidates competing, because we still have 5 senators who are left in the race. They're going to have to take time off the campaign trail in order to sit as jurors in an impeachment trial.
Interesting. Andra, we always appreciate the time. Dr. Gillespie, appreciate it. Thanks so much.